Hey, gits and gals, this is War Boss Nick at the Broken Legion of Gamers, coming to you once again from the mech shop. And in this video, we're going to be doing faction spotlight on the Northern Alliance Warband. So let's break into this thing and get crack-a-lackin'. Always put the cap back on your X-Acto knives when you're done, kids. Let's be safe. Just like before, you get your faction cards. You get more of the handy-dandy, beautiful, marbleized power dice. In this one, you get 10 20mm square bases, 3 laser-cut MDF 40mm bases, the box with the resins right here, and by the looks of it, also three of the 25mm square resin bases, and 3 bags of the PVC plastic models. Now, let's get this, just like the last video, we're going to start out with the cards. We're going to do a little bit more safe than the last one. The back of these cards are beautiful too. With the Kings of War Vanguard logo on it, that is definitely beautiful. Here's the Warband reference card with a snow troll right there in all its glory. With its special ability, Hardy Veterans, it costs 1 power. Use this ability when a model would be knocked down. Spend 1 power to gain the steady ability for this attack. Models that already have steady may re-roll the result. Then there's Talinar's Pack. Northern Alliance warbands may take 1 additional large model than the game size would normally allow. Which basically means you could take 2 large models in a 200-point game. 3 if your first command unit is a large model. Okay, and the Northern Alliance faction specific spells. They have one called a short one, which is range 9, which is hold fast. Target is a friendly model, even if it's engaged. No dice roll is required for the remainder of the round. That model has +1 modifier to any nerve test. The nerve test is required to make and may add 1 bonus die to any armor rolls it takes. The boosted version cast as a long action instead as above, but the modifier is increased +2 and the bonus dice are increased to 2 instead. That's cool. And then there's the Winter's Blight, which is a long action, range 12, 3d8. If the target suffers any wounds, they are knocked down and marked as fatigue. And, the first card up, Human Clansman. It is, the Human Clansman is a grunt on a 20mm base, costing 8 points. Speed 5, melee 5, rage 5, armor 5, nerve 5+, wound 1 wound, height 2. It's ranged 1d8 and melee 2d8. Alignment is good. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the light, get some light in this situation. Okay, that's probably better. You guys can probably see better now. Now you get 1, 2, 3 of these cards. There's the Elf Clansman, which is a 20mm, the grunt on a 20mm base, costing 11 points. Speed 6, melee 5, melee 5, range 5, armor 5 plus, nerve 5 plus, 1 wound, 2 height, ranged 2d8, melee 1d8, and its equipment is a bow with a range of 12. And you get, once again, 3 of those cards. Now, onto the Dwarf Clansman. With it's an 8-point grunt with a speed of 4, melee 5 plus, range 5 plus, armor 5 plus, and nerve 5 plus, 1 wound, height 2 with headstrong. Ranged is 1d8, melee is 2d8, lineman is good, equipment may take a frost hammer for plus 1 point. Frost hammer, a great two-handed hammer wielded by the dwarf clans in the north. The model gains crushing strength 1 and increases its armor by 1 plus, i.e. 5 plus to 6 plus. And you get another 3 of those. Now on to the Huskarl, which goes on a 25mm base. It's a 15-point warrior. Speed 5, melee 5, range 5, armor 4 plus, nerve 4 plus, 2 wounds, height 2 with crushing strength 2. 1d8 in ranged, but an incredible 3d8 in melee for 15 points. This guy's gonna be phenomenal with that crushing strength 1 and the 3d8s. You get 3 of these cards. Now on to the Snow Troll. The Snow Troll is the first large model. It's 34 points, speed 6, melee 5 plus, armor 4 plus, nerve 4 plus, 5 wounds, height 3. Regenerates on a 6 plus. It's got vicious and crushing strength 2. It's got 4d8s in melee. And it's got the special rule, vicious swipe. When attempting to break away from a troll, enemy models have a -1 modifier when they make their armor save roll. And you only get 1 of these cards. Onto the Ice Queen. She's a 32-point spellcaster. She adds 1 blue dice to your power dice pool. She has Inspiring. She's speed 5, melee 5, 5 plus, range 5 plus. Sorry, speed 6. Whoops. Armor 6 plus, nerve 4 plus, 3 wounds, and a height of 2. She rolls 1d8 in ranged, 2d8s in melee. She has the spells Heal, which is a short action, Wind Blast, which is a long action, and Lightning Bolt, which is a long action. Now onto the thing. It is a 39-point command model that adds a blue power dice to your power dice pool. He's got speed 5, melee a melee of 4 plus, a range of 4 plus, an armor of 4 plus, a nerve of 3 plus, 3 wounds, a height of 2, inspiring and crushing strength. He rolls 1d8 in ranged and 4d8 in melee. He's got the special ability Head Swing. Use this ability when making a melee attack, not a retaliation. Instead of rolling to hit as normal, every model that is engaged with this model must take a nerve test. If any model fails its test, it is knocked down and marked as fatigued. Once all models have made a test, the melee attack ends. Models may retaliate if permitted to do so as normal, and that costs 1 power. Now onto the Icekin Hunter. She's a 26-point support model. She's got speed of 6, melee of 5 plus, range of 4 plus, 6 plus armor, 4 plus nerve, 2 wounds, and a height of 2. She is Scout, Pathfinder, and Marksman. She's got 2d8 for ranged and 1d8 for melee, and she comes equipped with a 12-inch bow. She has a special ability called Rapid Fire. It costs 2 power. Use this ability when this model is about to perform a ranged attack. Before dice are rolled, the model may Shoot twice at 2 different targets that are within 3 inches of each other, following the normal targeting rules. This cannot be as part of a group or fatigue action. And you get two of these cards. And we're on to the Ice Naiad, a 12-point warrior with a speed of 6, melee of 5+, range of 5+, armor 6+, nerve 5+, 2 wounds, a height of 2, regenerate 7+. It's got a ranged attack of 1d8, melee is 2d8. Equipment is the Frost Trident. Frost Trident. For any wound caused by a melee attack with the Frost Trident, the target model is pinned in place until the end of their next activation. While the model is pinned, their speed is reduced to 0 and they cannot make a breakaway action. And you get 3 of these cards. Onto the Half-Elf Berserker. She is a 19-point warrior with a speed of 6, melee of 4+, no range, armor of 6+, nerve of 4+, 2 wounds, height 2, she's got bloodlust, and 3d8 in melee. She has the special rule Frenzy, which costs 1 power. Use this ability to gain 2 bonus dice when this model makes a melee attack, not a retaliation. Spend the power before rolling dice, cannot be used in conjunction with normal use of power to gain a bonus dice for the roll. And there is 3 of these cards. Whoa. Actually, 3 of these cards, and we've got the Frostfang Cavalry right here. We're going to go on to that. A 35-point large model with a speed of 5, melee of 4+, armor of 3+, nerve of 4+, 4 wounds, and a height of 3. It has the special rules Smash, Bloodlust, Crushing Strength 3, Cavalry, and rolls 3d8 in melee. That's going to be a bruiser. Onto the Ice Blade. She's a 42-point command model that adds 1 white power dice to the power dice pool. She has Bloodlust, 6 Sense, Crushing Strength 1, and Dodge. She rolls 4d8 in combat. She has Frenzy, just like the Half-Elf Berserker. But she also has Blade Master, which costs 2 points. Use this ability when this model makes a melee attack, including retaliations, before dice are rolled. The Ice Blade may attack all enemy models it is engaged with in its front arc by dividing the attack dice between them. Allocate the dice to be used for each enemy model before any dice are rolled. If the Ice Blade initiated the fight, only one enemy model may retaliate, enemy player's choice, and only after all the Ice Blade's attacks are resolved. Bonus die granted for the status of models, e.g. knockdown, can only be allocated to that model. And here's the Ice Elemental, a 47-point large model with a speed of 5, melee of 5, range of 5+, armor 4+, nerve 3+, 5 wounds, height 3, crushing strength 2, 2, and pound. It's got a melee of 4d8, a special ability called Ice Blast. Use this ability when a model is knocked down by this elemental in melee. The model must take a nerve test. If this test is failed, the model is marked as fatigued. It's also got Ice Breath, which costs 2 power. Use this ability when taking shoot actions. Make a ranged attack using a range value of 5+, rolling 3d8s, range 9, breath, and piercing 1. And here's the Snow Troll Prime, a 54-point command model that adds 1 white dice to your command dice pool. It's a large command model. It's got a speed of 6, a melee of 4+, armor of 4+, nerve of 3+, wound. It's got 5 wounds, and it has a height of 3. It regenerates on 6+. It's got vicious and crushing strength 2. It's got melee of 5d8, and it's got vicious swipe. Now let's get into the models. Once again, we're just going to open one of these bags, since all 3 of the bags are carbon copy duplicates of the others. Now, right here is 2 parts of your Snow Troll. It goes together like this. Here's the Snow Trolls has 2 possible arms. One of them with a rock. There's a piece of one of them with a rock, and the other one with a club. And here's the Snow Troll's head. I think that's the Snow Troll's head. Yeah, that's the Snow Troll's head. Oh, both of these are possible Snow Troll heads, apparently. Awesome. So there's your Snow Troll. In this bag, there is a shield, bows, spears. I'm not going to open this bag because it's got a lot of really small pieces that I don't want to lose. And you got this body, this body, and this body. You also have this sprue with 4 heads on it. Another head right here. And another head right here. Now let's get on to the resins. I'm going to try and get through this video really quickly because there's somebody in my side yard that I do not recognize, and it's really starting to freak me out. Now, you've got, in this box, you've got 2 things of bubble wrap. You've got a 40 and a 50 millimeter base, and a 20 and 25 millimeter base. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be back in a second. Okay. I just checked the driveway. That's just a code enforcement officer. Okay. So no need to rush through this. I'm going to actually open that last because that's the Kickstarter exclusive Ice Elemental. The model, they're going to bring out another Ice Elemental, but we got a special Ice Elemental. Now, right here is the Frostfang Cavalry. Here's the main body of the Frostfang with 2 of its legs on. Here are the other 2 legs. Here's the head, part of the head, with the lower jaw being this right here, you have two possible heads for the rider. There's one arm for the rider, and there's another left arm for the rider. And then here's the two right weapon arms for the rider. You can either have them with a spear or a nice battle hatchet. And here's the body of the rider. A rider on a really honkin' big mount. This guy's going to make it into a lot of my list. Let's get all these pieces back into its bag. I can't wait to build this one. Yeah, this is going to need some sort of hot water, but yeah. Actually, I'm going to throw this in its own separate bag. It's going to make its way into the bubble wrap, but I don't want that spear to get bent any more than it already is, because I'm not sure which weapon I want to use, and I don't want to be forced to use the weapon because the spear got broken in storage. I think this is the thing. Yeah. Let's check through this. This might be the thing. Yes, that is definitely what this is, the thing. This is your basic run-of-the-mill command warrior. There's the front part of his body. Then we'll twist it around. There's the back part. A lot of detail on that cloak. Then there's his second axe for his left hand. Here's his little groin skirt that goes into this part right here. And then his head. We're gonna get this guy right back in here. And we'll put in this video, we'll put the little fiddly bits in here. I don't want to break anything. Resin is such a fragile thing. And here is the Ice Queen, Snow Queen. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look through the cards. We've got the cards. Let's do this semi-professionally. This is the Ice Queen, the elf spellcaster. Here she is in all of her beauty. Kind of hobo-esque, but looks phenomenally casted. A little bit of extra resin flash right there, but that'll clean up real easily. She'll go back in here. And here's her other hand. And this actually goes on her base, and it makes it look like she's creating ice. This is going to be really fun and really cool. So, and just like all the other models, we're going to get these fiddly bits in this bag. Get these resin models right in bubble wrap. Put put this bag right in there. And then we are going on to our Ice Elemental. Now, what makes this a Kickstarter exclusive is because when they release this one, it'll probably be in either resin or it'll either be casted in resin or PVC. This one is casted in blue translucent resin. And check this guy out. This guy's not even getting painted. His base will get primed. His base will get primed, and he will get some basing put down. He's not getting painted. Here's the Am I missing a piece? Am I missing a piece? Or is that just supposed to look like that? This goes on this hand like that, but this doesn't look like a complete face unless it's supposed to look like that. Oh yeah, it's supposed to look like that. It's got a big opening right here and a couple other little openings. Mantic really knocked this one out of the park. I wish I was smart enough to get 2 more of the snow trolls like this, but it is what it is. And look, the resin excess resin just peels off of this. This is a beautiful model. I'm really glad I went for the giant pledge. I'm really glad I got the Northern Alliance, and I'm really glad I got that huge giant. Nothing for nothing. It's no secret. This pledge was a $150 pledge. Us backers that opted for it are definitely sitting on close to, if not a little bit more than $500 worth of merchandise. And Mantic has really knocked it out of the park with this. The models are phenomenal. The whole game system's phenomenal. I don't see very many people that are going to compete that well with Kings of War Vanguard. Not very many companies are going to compete with it too well. It's got to have Games Workshop shaking in their boots, because that giant alone is bigger than any giant they put out and has better detail than a giant they ever put out. This Kickstarter was a no-brainer for me, and I'm very thankful for that. But these Northern Alliance miniatures are phenomenal. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use for Klansmen for this army. I'm thinking for the Dwarf Klansmen, I'll use the Dwarf Command Sprue. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for Elf Klansmen. I'm not sure, and what I'm gonna do for Human Klansmen. This may be my go-to Kings of War Vanguard faction. I'm not sure. I pretty much like 3 out of the 4. The Night Stalkers are cool, but I'm more of a fan of the Northern Alliance Basilians and the Abyssals. Not to knock the Night Stalkers, but these Northern Alliance are just phenomenal. Anybody that backed this or anybody that pre-ordered the Northern Alliance, you will not feel let down by the quality and how beautiful these miniatures are. What Mantic's doing with PVC, come on, look at this snow troll. With what Mantic's doing with PVC is they're knocking it out of the park. Come on, this club is just hella cool. This club, these PVC models are phenomenal. I think they could compete with what Games Workshop is doing with hard plastic. I think a lot of companies, what they're doing with PVC is now competing with what Games Workshop is doing with hard plastic, and at half the cost. Oh my God. I'm almost done with Games Workshop. Let me tell you that. But let me cut this video now. I just gave you guys an awesome spotlight on the Northern Alliance. I am very happy with my decision on backing for the Giant Pledge. I'm really happy with my decision. Oh my God, I can't wait to build these models. I can't wait to paint them. I can't wait to get them on the tabletop and start introducing my game club to this amazing game, because it's going to knock a lot of companies' games down a notch. But that's it for this video. Follow me on Instagram under the name Broken Legion of Gamers. Follow me on my Twitter, Broken Legion of Gamers, or at Legion Broken. Also, come on, jump on Facebook, join the Facebook group. It's the Broken Legion of Gamers tabletop gaming community. And if you like what you see, pound that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can get notified anytime I put up any future videos. There's going to be much more Kings of War Vanguard content coming this week. And also, whenever you can, support your local game stores. If they don't carry this, tell them to carry Mantic, that you will buy Mantic products if they carry it. But support your local game stores whenever you can. Here at the channel, we support Toy Wiz in Nanuet, New York, on Route 59, right across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts. Have a nice day, guys. This is going to be it for today. Tomorrow I'll come at you with another Kings of War Vanguard video. Have a nice day, guys.